Hey everyone, First Order here, and in this video we are going to talk about the Battlefront 2 class system for space battles, how it works, what starfighter relates to what class, and all their abilities. So let's get started. First, let's just get the classes out of the way. There's a bomber class, an interceptor class, and a balance class. The bomber is, of course, a bomber. For the Empire, you have a TIE bomber, and for the Rebellion, you have a Y-wing. For the Interceptor class, the Empire has the TIE Interceptor, and the Rebellion has the A-wing. And for the Balance class, the Empire has the TIE Fighter, and the Rebellion has the X-wing. Simple as that. Now let's get into their abilities. So let's get off the Balance class first. The Balance class is essentially what it means. It's a balanced class. You get the best of both worlds from the Bomber class and the Interceptor class, merged into one Starfighter class. Let's start off with the Rebellion. The X-wing has a proton torpedo, a healing factor, but don't worry, the healing factor is not OP. It just gives you a little extra health while you're getting shot at. And this one's my favorite, a weapons overdrive, where your 4 laser cannons fire at the same exact time for about 3 to 4 seconds. This will be great for taking down villain ships. And now let's go to the TIE Fighter. The TIE Fighter has a proton torpedo, a laser barrage, which is essentially the Empire's version of the weapons overdrive, and your blasters just shoot a lot faster for about 4 seconds, and I think an afterburner. Don't quote me on that. We only got to see a TIE Fighter once in the gameplay, and it was in first person point of view, so I don't know what the third ability is, but basing it off all the other Imperial abilities, I'm assuming it's either going to be an afterburner, which gives you health, or a target lock. Anyway, let's move on to the Interceptor class. The Interceptor class has the A-wing and the TIE Interceptor. The Interceptor class is for those who, it's kind of like the Russian gun. It's the fast but not as powerful ship. Get in there fast, take down as much as you can, and run away as fast as possible. The TIE Interceptor has a concussion missile, which is also on the Millennium Falcon and Slave 1, which is cool. It has an afterburner and a target lock. Now, I actually don't think that there's a default target lock. I misspoke in my last video. A lot of these ships have target lock abilities. So I don't think the target lock from Battlefront 1 is returning, and I think it's going to be an ability. Which, we'll see how that works. Anyway, the Rebellion A-wing has a concussion missile again, an afterburner, and a target lock. The same thing as the Empire. Anyway, let's move on to the Bomber class. The Bomber, I think, is the one I'm going to play as the most and enjoy the most. The Bomber is the slow but powerful ship. It's the big bad, you could say. The Bomber, slow but powerful. Anyway, let's go on to the abilities. The Empire TIE Bomber has a dual proton torpedo, something called electric modifications, which I have absolutely no idea how that works, and I think a target lock. The person who they kept showing TIE Bomber in the gameplay kept using it, and they were locking onto their enemy, so I'm assuming that it's a target lock. Again, don't quote me on that. I'm working with a little bit of gameplay to get these abilities written down. And the Y-wing. The Y-wing has a healing factor from its R5 astromech. It has an ion cannon, which will be good for taking down enemy objective, so like the Imperial light cruiser, the shield generator, or the Star Destroyer clamps. And then a dual proton torpedo. So yeah, I am very looking forward to playing as all these classes in Battlefront 2. Which class do you think you will play the most? Comment down below. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, blast like, and all that good stuff, and make sure you subscribe to keep up to date with all things Star Wars. This is the First Order, signing out.
Sector is clear. Not clear! Not clear!